It was a somber mood at Bud Miller Park this afternoon as a small group of people came together to remember loved ones who were gone too soon. It was for the inaugural Walk for World Suicide Prevention Day. Balloons were released into the air to remember those whose lives were cut short by suicide. Organizers of the event say while suicide is a touchy subject, it's important to get the conversation started.
Suicide is something that touches people from every culture, every economic background, every gender. And so it's bringing together everyone and saying that this is something that we all need to be aware of and we all need to be conscious of and talking about.
Jennifer Hoberg says there are many services here in the border city for anyone who may have suicidal thoughts. She hopes this walk gets people to open up on the subject.
I think particularly with issues like this, like I said, it's not talked about, depression, suicide. It's something that people tend to keep hush-hush about. Doing things like this makes it seem like something that we can and should be talking about.
For more information or to speak to a counselor, you can call Midwest Victim Services at 306-825-1380. Police are investigating whether speed or alcohol may have been a factor in a crash that happened in a residential neighborhood last night. It happened at 18th Street and 52nd Avenue just after 9 p.m. According to witnesses, the driver of a pickup truck slammed into a parked SUV, which then caused the SUV to roll and strike a lamppost. It's not known if the driver was injured. There is no word yet either if charges will be laid against the driver. The Lloydminster Restore celebrated a milestone anniversary today, 10 years of fundraising for Habitat for Humanity. The Restore accepts and sells home building materials and furniture with proceeds going straight to Habitat for Humanity.
Everything is donated. So whether it's from the average person or from businesses with an excess of supplies or contractors as well.
And because everything is donated, the Restore can support Habitat for Humanity's operations.
Raises enough money to cover the administrative costs plus more for Habitat for Humanity so that all the money donated to Habitat for Humanity can go to building homes.
And after 10 years in Lloydminster, the Restore says it's grown immensely and helped raise awareness for Habitat for Humanity. Well, the lights on Highway 17 were out today, and the streets were rumbling with excitement as the second annual Lloydminster Toy Run paraded through our city. Now, it's a motorcycle ride that helps provide new toys for local kids. Elise Cox has more.
These rough and tough bikers strapped on their helmets to show a different side of their community, that they're just as sweet as the teddy bears they carry.
Raise awareness that motorcycle enthusiasts are not all bad people, and we're here to help, and we help raise funds for various charities in the community.
Their goal today was to raise money and toys for the Salvation Army.
It was something that we noticed that there wasn't anything in Lloydminster as far as an organized event.
So the Bordertown chapter took it upon themselves to organize a fun event for bikers and collect toys here and from around the region for those who need it.
Whatever helps a family celebrate Christmas, that's what it's all about.
The toys will be given to children of Lloydminster and surrounding areas, and monetary donations will go towards things like Christmas hampers, something the Salvation Army is grateful for.
When we can come together for a common purpose and be a blessing back to our community while doing something we enjoy, it's kind of a win-win situation.
Organizers expect to raise more than $20,000 through the toy run and will help approximately 400 families. Elise Cox, Newcap News.
And the 2012-13 AJHL season is underway. Last night, 12 teams were in action, including the Lloydminster Bobcats and Bonnyville Pontiacs, who went toe-to-toe in Bonnyville. The Pontiacs scored 3 goals from 3 different players in the first as they went on to win 4-1 on home ice. Matty Marcineau scored the Cats' only goal on a power play in the second from Dustin LeBrun and Travis Wellman. It's the 6th straight year the Pontiacs have beat the Bobcats in the first meeting of the year between the two clubs. The two teams face off again tonight at 7:30 at the Civic Center. Despite the 3-goal loss last night, Bobcats head coach Ryan Parent says there aren't many adjustments to be made for the home opener.
The two teams face off again tonight at 7:30 at the Civic Center. Despite the 3-goal loss last night, Bobcats head coach Ryan Parent says there aren't many adjustments to be made for the home opener.
I mean, that's the way it goes. I mean, I thought we outplayed them in the second and the third. We got more pucks to the net. We defended a lot better. We're just going to have to come out of the gate here tonight ready to play.
The orange and black outshot the Ponts each period, putting 31 pucks on the net to Bonnyville's 25. Bobcats' first-year starting netminder Chase Martin allowed 3 goals on 6 shots in the first period, but still has the coach's absolute confidence.
We're going to go back to Marty. I mean, we left him out to, hang like the laundry there last night on a couple, and I thought that he played well throughout the game, other than the fact that we let him down a little bit.
Parent plans on keeping the top unit of Matty Marcineau, Nolan Yaremchuk, and Captain Casey Knight intact for the tilt.
This weekend, the Rustlers are also back. The first game of the Lakeland College school year was this afternoon at VLA Soccer Fields in Lloydminster as the Lady Rustlers took on the Red Deer Queens. The two teams were deadlocked after the first half, but Red Deer's offseason acquisition, one of last year's All-Canadians, Amber Regnier, busted the game wide open, scoring 2 quick goals to start the second. Paula Dudensky added another before Sarah Fulmer potted one with a minute to play as the Queens ran over the Rustlers 4-0 for the first win of the season. And the men took the field immediately following the ladies. They just finished up. Matt Marilainen started the scoring for the Rustlers, but the Kings' Chase Grenier tied it up with 15 minutes left in the half. Marilainen opened the scoring again in the second half before the Kings responded with back-to-back goals, including one on a penalty kick. Playing a man down, the Rustlers were able to knot it back up thanks to a goal by, who else? Matty Marilainen. His hat trick keeps the green and gold an opening game draw. It was 3-3 the score. And the second week of Wheatland Football League action was played yesterday. The Lloydminster Comprehensive Barons were at home 1 week after suffering a 75-23 loss to the St. Paul Lions. Their opponents for this match, the Bonnyville Voyageurs, were winners in their first contest, defeating the Cold Lake Royals 10-9. The Voyageurs stormed out of the gate, scoring 20 points in the first quarter. The Barons continued to claw back with some great defense and strong running as they scored 34 unanswered points to win their home opener 34-20. The Holy Rosary Raiders were on the road yesterday facing the St. Paul Lions. Both teams won easily in their first games, as I mentioned earlier. The Lions manhandled the Barons 75-23. The Raiders hammered the Commandos 42-6. In this one, it was another demolition. The Lions looked like the team to beat early on in the season. They dumped the powerful Raiders squad 48-19 to become the only team at 2-0 in the Wheatland Football League. And the Wheatland Bantam Football League also started today. The Lloydminster Mustangs hosted the Cold Lake Royals at Holy Rosary Field. The game was scoreless until the second quarter. Mustangs quarterback Kirk Hahn drops back and lobs the deep ball to Garrett Krzyzanowski. He's able to haul in the pass and fend off the Royal defender for the TD. The first points of the game come on a beauty play. 2.5 minutes later, Royals lateral goes wonky, somehow ends up in the limbs of Leif Larson. Mustangs would again miss the convert, 12-0 game. With just over 4 minutes left in the third quarter, Hahn drops back yet again to throw nearly the identical pass that got the Mustangs on the boards earlier. Krzyzanowski runs it in again. Unbelievable chemistry from the rookie starters. Before the quarter's out, Hahn throws another touchdown pass, finds a new target this time. It's running back Dalton, don't call me Spanish, French. The Mustangs dominate on both sides of the ball to win their opener 31-1, thanks in large part to the tandem of Hahn and Krzyzanowski.
Good. We worked out a lot in the summer, so he knows how I can catch, he knows where to put him, he knows how good I can catch, and he showed he had a good arm today. Really good start to the season for him.
We had our guys firing on all cylinders. It was kind of a tough first quarter, had some jitters and some first game nerves, But after that, they got things under control, and we started scoring some points and getting our offensive unit in sync with each other, and the defense came up good. So I'm pretty happy with the overall result.